Hello my dear all students, welcome again to our channel Gyanmanjari Online Education. So my dear all students, today also we will go with our new poem, and the poem is The Lake Isle of Innisfree. Okay, so the poet is W.B. Yeats. So let's discuss this poem stanza by stanza. So uh, this is the poet about the lake Isle. So here that island is there, and the poet has talked about that. So let's go. So here we have the photograph of the poet. The poem The Lake Isle of Innisfree is a 12-line poem composed of 3 quatrains written by William Butler Yeats, W.B. Yeats, in 1888 and was first published in the National Observer in 1890. So this is the overview of our poem. Okay, so let's get started. So first here you can see the picture Innisfree, right? So it looks very beautiful. Just imagine if you are there, if we are there on that island or island. So here we have the poem The Lake Isle of Innisfree. So the Lake Isle, name of the island, and Innisfree is the name of the place. So this well-known poem explores the poet's longing for the peace and tranquilities of Innisfree, a place where he spent a lot of time as a day. This poem is a lyric, means this poem, the whole poem is lyrical poem, the musical poem. So let's get started, stanza by stanza. I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree. So here the poet is remembering his journey. He wants to go on that lake island of Innisfree, and after going on that island, what he wants to become, means what he wants to do and how to live there. So all the description is about the poem. So it is the poem about his feelings, what he wants, what did he see, how did he feel. So I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree. He wants to go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there. He just don't want to go, but he want to build a cabin, means a room. He want to build a room, a cabin there of clay, with the help of clay and wattles cement. With the help of wattles and with the help of clay, he wants to build a cabin where on the Innisfree. 9 bin rows will I have there, a hive for the honeybee, and live alone in the bee loud glade. So whatever the honeybee will be there, he wants to just combine that honey also, and whatever the honeybees were there, so he will just hear, he will listen that musical of honeybees. So whatever honeybees will make noises, he will enjoy, and he want to be alone there and live alone. He wanted to live alone there in the bee loud glade. So honeybees were making noises and they make honey. So he wanted to be there. He wanted to listen the music, the sound of honeybees. Next, and I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the veils of the morning to where the cricket sings. So here the cricket, a kind of insect is there, not our that play cricket. Okay, so and I shall have some peace there, because he wanted to leave alone. So if he will be alone, so he will get peace more and more. So maybe to get peace, he wanted to go there. For peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the waves of the morning. So some insects are there who are making noise, who are doing whatever they make noise, they are like singing. So the poet wants to enjoy that the cricket sings. The insects, some insects are there. Whenever we hear their voice, we feel like that they are singing. There midnights all the glimmer, and noon a purple glow. So he wanted to live there at night and on the day also. So in a whole day he wanted to live there. There midnights all a glimmer. On the midnight, which kind of atmosphere there? At the noon, which kind of atmosphere will be there? And at the morning, which kind of atmosphere will be there? So he wanted to live there, he wanted to enjoy there, and he wanted to live that atmosphere, right? So at the midnight's glimmer, at the midnight we feel glimmer, and we see the glimmer on the sky, shining stars are there, and noon a purple glow, that kind of glow we can see, and we feel some kind of heat also, and evenings full of the linnets wings. So at the evening full of the linnets wings we feel. So we feel also very peace at the evening also, and at the midnight also. Next paragraph. So in this first paragraph, the poet talks about that island where he want to go, and whatever he felt and whatever he wanted to do on that island properly. And in the second stanza, the poet talks about the atmosphere and with whom he wants to live specially, right? And in third paragraph, third stanza, I will arise and go now, for always night and day. He wants to go night and day, means full day he wants to go there. I hear the lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. So here the poet has talked very beautifully. I hear means the poet has described his feelings, whatever his thoughts, and whatever he wants to tell, and whatever he is remembering. So I will arise and go now. The poet will go there, and at the night and on the day also. So full day he wants to live there. The poet hears the lake water lapping with the low sounds by the shore. Whenever we are alone at the seashore on that time, we hear that kind of sound of the water. So here the poet has heard the sound of water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's call. So the poet feels very peace when he go there. Whenever he will go there, he will build this kind of things, and he will feel this kind of all the atmosphere. So he wants to go, and that he some kind of remembering here in that poem, that is not any proper remember that before this he went there, but he wants to go, he wants to visit that place, and he want to build, and he want to feel peace especially. So here the poet wants to talk about that his own feelings about the Lake Isle of Innisfree by W.B. Yeats. Okay, so So some figurative speeches are there. There is an enormous use of figure of speech that makes this poem so excellent. In each poem, the poet has used some kind of figure of speech. First, there are lots of alliteration. For example, which kind of alliteration? And a small cabin built there of clay and wattles mat. Nice bin-rolls will I have there a high for a honey bee. So you can compare, you can see the sound, the pronunciation of the sound, right? The second, there is assonance in slow and grow, and day, grey, sings, wings, right? So these are also our rhyming words, and also assonance. Third, there is a sense of personification. So which kind of personification here the poet has used? For example, where the cricket sings, the insect sings. Here in the reality, just imagine in the reality. Don't imagine, just in the reality, any insects couldn't sing, but the poet has used that term where the cricket sings. So this is the personification, when we use that kind of qualities of human being with that non-living or the things with bird also. So they make a sound like music, which we describe as human like singing. They are not human, insects are not human. So whenever we compare humanistically qualities with other one, on that time those terms are as our personification. So let's see which kind of rhyme scheme works here. So the whenever we want to find out which rhyme scheme works here, so we have to first count the lines for each stanza. So total we have 3 stanzas, right? First, second and third. So here you can see Innisfree, mage, honeybee and glade. These 4 words are our ending words of each lines. Okay, so Innisfree and honeybee, these 2 sounds are similar. So we will give them A. Then mage and glade. So these both words are, we will give them as B. So we can say that this poem is following the rhyme scheme AB, AB. Okay students, I hope you all understood this poem. So here we are going to end up our this lecture as well as our this poem. If you have any query, you are free to ask me. Thank you.